So the Lakers are fakers, okay? I'm getting ahead of this. So, we've been doing these takes for a while, and I looked at the rosters and looked at the standings, and um things are pretty steady. We're talking about the same things now. The top teams are staying on the top, the bottom teams are staying on the bottom. And despite the Lakers going on a 8-2 sort of stretch there, with Anthony Davis playing very high caliber basketball, the reality is they're actually still at the bottom. They're not going to be competitive. Westbrook has a weird minute situation. AD, I think, exited the game today, early. And LeBron is able to stuff the stat sheet. And there's probably a take in this as well that maybe LeBron's days of actual impact is partially behind him, where when he scores 30 points, it doesn't actually mean much. It just means he scored 30 points. But the Lakers are fakers. I think I'm getting ahead of this. I think we did a couple of takes early on, and I wanted to jump on really proclamative things, losing streaks. Oh, someone's going to be top of the West. And I think now that things are settled, that we're going through it, I think we can look at the Lakers and say, this is a nice run that they've been on, and it will end. AD will be out, and they'll go back to pretty much wherever they are. Maybe the take is the Lakers' hopes lay on the shoulders of AD, but the reality is they're fakers, man. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be getting to the end of the season. It's a play in at best. It's the same thing that we pegged them for at the start. The difference is they started off like 2-8, and now they've went to 8-2. So
You,
Lakers are fakers.
you probably could have spun this a few ways, I think. Firstly, you could have made the hot take that AD is about to get injured for the next 30 games again or something like that, right? For
Maybe.
like, how many times it's happened in his career. And it's actually really funny that you pick Lakers as the topic that we're talking about, because I was actually going to touch upon that. I think Lakers are clearly, firstly, no longer LeBron's team. You sort of said, he's putting up numbers because he is LeBron, and who else on the team is going to take those numbers away from him? Clearly not Westbrook now coming off the bench. He might win the sixth man of the year award, and that's probably a nice little accolade for him being able to accept the role that he's been given at this stage of his career and what's going on with the Lakers. LeBron's going to get his all-time scoring title at some point in the season, and there'll be obviously a whole bunch of hype around the Lakers at that point. And then that's probably about it. But it's funny you sort of spun it as the Lakers are fakers, because who thought they were anything else? Like we didn't pick them as they were going to finish top six or even make the play in. And I don't think any experts have really given them anything more than what they're actually doing this season.
I think there's a lot of knee jerks, right? We're guilty of doing it from time to time, but you see it in the media, with Lakers especially. They go on a stretch. It's like, oh, it's all clicking, it's coming together. They figured it out. AD's got it. And it's just these 10 game stretches. You look at the standings currently, and you've got the Lakers who are sitting at 10 and 14, and you have the Warriors sitting at 13 and 13, right? So essentially one game separates them in the loss column, right? If you want to fixate on that. I think we both would agree unanimously. We're so much more confident in the Warriors figuring it out and getting into the top four than the Lakers are, right? And that's where the records are very deceiving, especially at this stage in the year. Yes, we're getting close to almost 30 games played. Like, we're actually getting close to having all-star considerations and teams jostling for, are they going for it, or are they going to start tanking? Are they going to make some trades? But the Lakers, I think the frustration for me is we're looking at a conference that has the Pelicans on top right now, and neither of us are choosing to talk about it because we both wanted to highlight something from the Lakers. It's just a natural thing in the NBA, is that the Lakers deserve some form of attention. So I guess my attention that I want to give them is they're not going to do much beyond this nice little 10 game stretch. And they might even have another one late in the season, but ultimately it's going to mean very little in the grand scheme.
So so just so we can spin a catchy title here, it's not the Lakers are fakers. The Lakers are now the Clippers
The Lakers are the Clippers. I mean, that's
of the 90s.
the Lakers. The Lakers are now the modern day Clippers or something. Like, you need to frame it in the sense that, like, Clippers are the more relevant franchise. But you know what? The Clippers are 14 and 12, so they're actually not much different to the Lakers either way. So maybe LA is just not relevant anymore. Maybe the take is it's the march, or it's the surgence of small market teams. You've got Pelicans, Suns, and Grizzlies, and even Nuggets and Kings and Jazz and Mavericks and Trailblazers as your top eight. That's actually all small market-ish teams.
All
And
right.
in the East, you've got Bucks, Cavs, Hawks, Pacers, Raptors.
All right. Getting
Maybe
getting
it's a
carried away now.
Small team, man. Small team.
Yo, this is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Faz, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.